Let's talk about BigBuy. And I want to specifically talk about BigBuy Dropshipping. I want to give you a full review. I want to give you the pros and cons of this platform and whether or not this is an opportunity for you. If you're a dropshipper, you're listening to me right now, whether you're a veteran or you're a newbie, you might want to follow this BigBuy review until the end because I'll be dropping a lot of gems here. So here is the decision time I really want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about BigBuy, what kind of business is it really? So BigBuy is really a wholesale and dropshipping supplier. They are based in Spain, and they have operations within the EU, the European Union. And they actually started in 2012, and they have been supplying businesses of all kinds with products across many different categories. So when you think about BigBuy, you really got to think about a big assortment, a big constellation of products. And so this multi-product supplier sells to traditional stores, wholesalers, and distributors. But it is mainly focused on e-commerce, meaning that it works with online merchants who are willing to resell its products through online marketplaces or their own online stores. So here you have it, the dropshipping business model. Okay. And we love the fact that BigBuy specifically offers dropshipping services. And this means that you can have all of the company's stock at your disposal without having to own a warehouse or keep any inventory. This is really where the opportunity from BigBuy is really important. Think about it. You have such a mega store, online store, giving you access to its inventory for free. I mean, it's not for free, but you have it, and you just have to have the right strategy to be able to leverage that access. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a wonderful pleasure to have you here to have a quick convo about the BigBuy dropshipping, what the platform offers, and a lot of other stuff. One thing I want to say here is that BigBuy provides a vast catalog of products for dropshippers from which to import products. You can then share orders with BigBuy for fulfillment. However, BigBuy only fulfills orders in Europe. If you want them to fulfill orders in the United States, you're gonna have to pay extra. They do this kind of stuff, but they ask it's great if you have a sufficiently high profit margin on the products you want to sell, so that you can ask BigBuy to do it for you. They'll do it for you in the States, but they do charge more. So the processing time, 24 to 48 hours. The shipping timelines, orders can be shipped on the same day if they are available and paid for by midday. Let me give you the overview here you need to really pay attention to. So when we talk about the pros and cons of BigBuy dropshipping, we really need to understand, first of all, you need to understand the business model of BigBuy. And we've been actually studying this dropshipping supplier for the last 5 years, actually 6 years now. So we pretty much understand clearly what the business model is all about. So here are the pros and cons. The pros. Here you have an all-in-one supplier. Think about it. BigBuy provides you with everything you need in one supplier. By getting involved with this supplier that is starting a BigBuy dropshipping business, you will get access to thousands of products across many categories at very competitive prices. Of course, most of its products are always in stock. Furthermore, this supplier offers urgent shipping to almost all countries worldwide. That's what I just told you. And its product catalog is translated into 24 European languages, including English, Spanish, Italian, German, French, Russian, etc. So this allows you to make things a lot easier for your customers, improve accessibility, and inspire more trust. And if your goal is to target the European market, this all-in-one supplier might be just the right thing that you need, right? If you have, let's say, and you see, the thing is, you can have a hybrid strategy too. You can have one strategy where you just target the North American market, New Mexico, US, Canada, or you can and target at the same time the European market. I mean, the EU is a huge market, a huge market. You also have multi-channel integration platform. So with BigBuy dropshipping, you can also take advantage of its multi-channel integration platform. BigBuy helps you here centralize the management of your dropshipping activities and sell via different sales channels from one platform. In short, you can manage all your orders from just one platform, regardless of whether you are selling on an online marketplace or through your own dropshipping store, powered by some of the biggest and most popular e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Big Cartel, and what have you. You also have a 360-degree dropshipping shop. We love that a lot. So basically, you're able to get everything you need to sell online, and you can start your dropshipping business without having to worry about any technical aspect. This is fantastic. So what about the cons here? BigBuy provides automation solutions for dropshippers to import products. In terms of this is not a con. This is still a pro. By the way, this is a pro, and we love the fact that BigBuy also offers branded delivery. So I was just telling you more about the pros before talking about the cons. So now let's talk about the cons. And so when you think about BigBuy, the very first con that you need to think about is the fees. I mean, the fees are just crazy. Having to pay fees may be one of the main disadvantages of BigBuy dropshipping. Namely, to start dropshipping with this supplier, you'll have to pay two types of fees. You have a registration fee and a monthly fee. Okay, I'll talk about the fee later on, but yeah, it is one of those things you need to really think about. And so overall, BigBuy fees are comparatively higher. And right now, BigBuy fulfillment focuses mainly on Europe. If you want them to fulfill for you in North America or in Asia, they can do it for you, not a problem, but they will charge you more. So again, if you are a newbie and you want to focus a lot on your fees, then you need to really pay attention to the fees. One thing I want to say in general here is that you got to look at this in terms of the BigBuy detriments, the disadvantages. You got to think about your budget first. And is it worth it for you? And when we talk about your budget, we think about three things. We think about your target audience. We think about the geography that they cover, or the geography that they are in. And we think about your own financial situation. As a dropshipper, do you have a business or are you doing this solo? And number two, do you have enough reserves to actually take care of a business for a long time? Because it takes time to actually establish a dropshipping operation. It's very rare to set up something and you start making money like the right way. And I don't care if you're buying from BigBuy or you're buying from Amazon or you're buying from other suppliers or you're buying from Salehu or you're buying from Worldwide Brands. It doesn't really matter. It takes time. So the question is, do you have the monetary bandwidth to wait that long? And especially if you, let's say you want to sell to the European market, then you got to really have a clear strategy through Facebook ads or Google ads, through also other media sales strategies to raise your profile in the EU. So when you close your eyes, if somebody were to ask you what are the cons of BigBuy, mostly it's fees. Fees are a killer. So if you are able to find a way to raise your sales fast, so you can lower the impact of the fees, then this is really good. So here is a review I really want you to pay attention to. So I want to really dig a little deeper here. So when we think about BigBuy, what are we having here? What kind of products are we having? I mean, obviously, I said to you that you have access to a large assortment of products from different categories, which is really great because in the end, this does not restrict you to a specific category. You have the choice. Okay, so you actually have. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm talking to you about BigBuy Dropshipping. I'm giving you a full review so you have a clear idea about this platform. And so let's first talk about the products. So this dropshipping supplier boasts a very extensive catalog of products across many categories. And here are a few of them. So you have a home and garden. You have computers and electronics. You have health and beauty. You have perfumes and cosmetics. You have fashion and accessories. You have a sports and leisure. Plus, the cool thing is that like new items are being added daily. So BigBuy makes it a lot easier for you to expand your product offerings. So the thing here is that the bottom line when it comes to products, there is nothing to really complain about. And so BigBuy Dropshipping gives you access to wholesale prices, including for if you get access to wholesale prices, including for single units, which can be great for dropshipping. This is just fantastic because at the end of the day, you are able to increase your dropshipping margin big time, like really big time. And one thing I want to say here is that geography. I want to go back to geography. I want to go back to the profile of your target audience. This counts a lot. Your geography counts a lot, not just in terms of fulfillment, because the BigBuy only fulfills in Europe, but if you are in a geography that does not sell well in terms of in terms of your products, then you are just wasting money. Because remember, see, when we talk about doing the sourcing, doing the product research, these things are good. But if there is a dichotomy, if there is a discrepancy between your target audience and the location where that target audience is, then you're not going to have successful sales, or even like you're not going to be able to have a successful Shopify ad or dropshipping ad campaign, for example. Okay, so those are things I really want you to pay attention to when you think about the products. Think about geography and your target audience. Let's talk about the shipping time. So again, we are having a convo about the big buy drop shipping, and the thing here is that shipping times, things are really fast. Things are really fast. We love that a lot, and so they don't place limits on themselves because they want to actually make their mark in the e-commerce world on a global scale. I mean, yeah, they might be based in Spain, but they have global ambitions. Like they want to be close to like Amazon or other platforms out there. And so the company offers worldwide shipping, but it mainly ships to Europe. In addition, it works with urgent carriers that can contribute to fast shipping times. Most orders are processed and shipped within 24 hours, so to 24 to 48 hours. And also, thanks to this supplier's shipment tracking software, your customers can get real time tracking and check the delivery status of their orders. So basically, you have like, like BigBuy does have tracking software that actually specifies a lot of stuff for you. So you're never surprised, and neither is your customer. Okay, and especially if you are selling in Europe, think about the amount of time that you can save. I mean, gone are the days where you were actually drop shipping in Europe or in the States. And you have to wait for 1 month to get your orders shipped from China. And if you are in a country that has very strong customs rule, your package will be held forever. Speaking about packages being held, let's talk about the returns here. So Big Buy has a refund and return policy that clearly states that it does not accept returns in case a product is delivered in perfect condition to your customer, but your customer changed their mind once they have received the products. So you as a dropshipper should not accept the return in such case. Otherwise, it will be your responsibility to deal with that issue. Okay. And however, Big Buy actually accepts returns of wrong products, and it will be Big Buy's responsibility to cover the shipping cost, provided that you inform the supplier about the issue within 48 hours of delivery. So it has to be 48 hours. Okay, 48 hours. This is actually it's a great time frame. And one thing I want to say here is that if your customers asks for a return, let's say a low cost product, because the product arrived in bad condition, Big Buy is more likely to refund the money to your customer instead of sending a new product to them, because at the end of the day, they have to look at the economics of every shipping activity. Let's talk about Big Buy e-commerce platform and marketplace integrations. So Big Buy always strives to integrate new sales channels into its multi-channel integration platform. And so, as you can assume, with Big Buy Dropshipping, you can sell on various online marketplaces like Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, Rakuten, and many more. What's more, you can also sell through your own dropshipping store hosted on Shopify, WooCommerce, PrestaShop, and Magento, aka, it's really important to understand that. So when we talk about Magento, we're talking about Adobe Commerce. That's the name I was looking for. And so everything happens through the multi-channel integration platform. Okay, so you can manage all of these sales channels from one platform. So the centrality of the elements is really wonderful here. And by the way, boss, let me quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm having a convo with you today about Big Buy Dropshipping. I'm giving you all the pros and cons so you have a clearer idea of what this supplier is all about. And so you also need to think about pricing. And so you need to have you need to find what kind of a pricing tier is great for you. So you have e-commerce pack, marketplaces pack, and B2B pack. So when you think about e-commerce back, you have a registration fee of €90. That's about $100, and a monthly fee of €69. That's about $75 or $80. As of the date of this show, the conversion tiers here, and you need to keep in mind that the e-commerce pack is ideal for you if you want to source products from BigBuy and resell them through your own online store. With this pricing plan, you can take advantage of unlimited dropshipping shipments, e-commerce software connectors, API for products, orders carriers, and tracking, the multi-channel integration platform, and so on. And in terms of marketplaces pack, now there is as the name implies, the marketplaces pack is perfect for you as long as you want to sell big buy products on online marketplaces. Because once you have activated it, you can get access to the marketplace connectors real fast. You can choose the one that you love. You also have the B2B pack where they actually ask you for a registration fee of $45. So this pricing plan has certain limitations. It involves up to 3 dropshipping shipments per month, so it's not the best option for you if you are about to become a dropshipper. Let me close to this conversation by thinking about, let me just introduce the question that everybody is thinking about. How do you actually start dropshipping with BigBuy? So if you are interested in BigBuy dropshipping, you can start dropshipping with this supplier in no time, because doing so is super easy. First, you need to you need to actually go to the website, and you need to actually go to the BigBuy website and register for free. So you got to create an account, you got to enter your data, so BigBuy has a clear idea who you are. So once you have provided some information about yourself and your business, that is, you created your account, you need to choose between a pricing plan based on your needs. Then BigBuy will start working with you. So overall, this is a great opportunity that we just love a lot. And one thing I want to say here is that this opportunity is great because for the first time you have a solid supplier that's based in Europe, a very solid supplier that actually guarantees the quality of the final products. So you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into. You have a clear idea what we're getting ourselves into. And one thing I want to say here is that you really need to you will love this BigBuy dropshipping partner if you are looking to target the European market. Like if Europe is one of your biggest not competitors, your biggest markets, then you will love BigBuy. Otherwise, if you are targeting somebody in China, it just doesn't make sense for that person to receive some of the things that I have. But one thing I want to say here is that as long as you are sticking to the right person, like let's say the right dropshipping agent or the dropshipping supplier, then you have an opportunity to tweak things along the way and bring your whole operation to a successful closing. So if you're interested in dropshipping with BigBuy, go for it. Okay. And especially if you want to target the EU market, go for it. This is not the cheapest version out there, but you have access to proximity. You have access to a great market, and you have access to a wonderful market as well. So think about what really works for you and just do that thing for you. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today's conversation, I was just talking to you about BigBuy dropshipping. I give you the pros and cons, the review. Fantastic. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time.